My name is Indy, and I am the founding school leader of Thrival Academy, Indy. We are a one-year public high school in Indianapolis. We are within the IPS school district. We serve 11th grade students only, so that's the first very innovative aspect of our school. The most innovative aspect of our school is that we do cultural immersion and study abroad. So we recently returned, as in last week, from Thailand after 3 months of an immersive experience. We are free to all students who we serve, and I know there's lots of questions about how that happens. I only have 7 minutes, so I can't get into it, but feel free to ask me after. There's nothing that I could possibly say to get you to begin to understand what we do at Thrival. So instead of trying to talk about our 3 months in Thailand, we just wrapped up, I put together a quick video, and then I realized I don't have to be silent for the next 2 minutes. I can kind of talk, so I can use that time. So let me know if the music is too loud, maybe we can turn it down. So you'll see pictures here of our students who just returned from our 3 months abroad in Thailand. What I learned from the first time doing this, which was last year, is that everything that we have to do in order to prepare our students for this experience must be extraordinarily intentional. We are very intentional about preparing our students to be immersed in the academics, not only in the classroom, but as you see in the villages, in the forests, in the streets, everything around becomes our students' learning environment. We have students who come to us who had 30 to 50% attendance rates before their junior year. We have students who came to us with a GPA below a 1.5, and it's our responsibility to disrupt the toxic environment, the toxic relationship they had with their academic environment, their academic experience, and create something new for them. So I'm really proud of my teachers who also had to be disrupted. We work on implicit bias training. We talk a lot about race and privilege. As you see, we serve mostly students of color, students who have not left the Midwest, let alone left the country. And there are a lot of, let's say, biases, there are a lot of expectations that are low that teachers may have of students with these experiences. So much of what we do to prepare our students to be successful in this environment, where they're eating on the floor or petting different animals, and we have students fishing. I think you just saw a picture of our students actually in a lake fishing. Our preparation phase prepared them to be successful in that, but what we noticed is that not only do we prepare them to be successful in those environments, we actually prepared them to be successful academically, we prepared them to be successful in work environments, and also to return back home to their communities and be successful there as well. So that's my cheesy little video about our students. I can move on. Okay, so when the school year begins, like right now, time is of the essence. We have 4 months to take these students who did not know one another before they entered their junior year, and we have to create a school culture that is conducive to what we believe is success for our students. We also have 4 months to prepare our students to pass the state exam that only 3% of them passed when they came to us, and they need to pass this test in order to graduate. One of the aspects of our school that we use to prepare our students is our advisory. And a lot of teachers actually don't like to hear that their school has advisory. And that's because advisory becomes a source of tension and anxiety for them. It's unstructured time where students come into the class and maybe oh, it's tutoring, or get on your computers and pull up the Google document, and it becomes they're playing games on their computer. So what I did not want to do when designing this scope and sequence was have my teachers feel that they had no freedom at all, or that there was too much freedom and there were no expectations set. I asked myself, what is going to set our students up for success? Our students need to know themselves. I think personal identity is something that we don't talk too much about in schools. We should talk more about in schools, really because, in my opinion, bias of educators and teachers, bias of administrators, bias of community members and stakeholders actually impacts the output of our students. So we want to make sure that our students have a solid understanding of who they are, what their strengths are, and what they are able to do to impact their community. My concern was that we're going to take these students abroad, and they're going to do all these great things abroad. They're going to learn about advocacy in different communities and villages in Thailand, but then they're going to come back to their own communities and don't know how to use their strengths to impact their own communities. And as I was developing this, this is very personal, but during the time I was developing this school, I lost 3 former students and a classmate, because I'm from the east side of Indianapolis. So it wasn't just about using this opportunity to share other cultures and experiences with our students. It was about using this opportunity to truly impact the community that I grew up in, the community that my nephews and nieces live in, and that our students are going to come back to. Study abroad should not be an escape. It's not an escape for our students, and some people look at it as that, oh, they get to leave. No, we don't want them to leave and never come back. We want them to leave, learn skills, and come back and truly positively impact their community. So work on personal identity, community advocacy, and then we come back after that cultural immersion and we teach them how to be reflective leaders. I only have 50 seconds. So we start big, we start broad with talking about culture to get our students comfortable with these conversations. And eventually we get down to talking about who we are individually and how other people's perceptions of us actually impact our output. And how do we change that? How does the teacher believing or not believing that I can do well impact how well I actually do? It's something that we want our students to learn, and our students can actually articulate that at this point. Here are some of the activities that our students did. I'm down to 16 seconds, and the outcomes of those activities. Like I said, it's a lot. I love my school. I'm very proud of the work that we do. And you see here some of the activities our students did when it comes to our identity work that we do and pushing our boundaries, and then those are the words of the current students who we have, and that is my time, right? Thank you.